Hello, I'm Tracy Schulsinger, and I'm here again for the second month for spiritual practice. There's a practice that expands your state of consciousness, and when your state of consciousness is expanded, you are just more aware. So you're able to connect more with the unseen realms, with your ancestors, with your guides, with all of your helping allies. And tonight we have a couple of journeys planned. The first one is to ask one of your helping spirits to help you to retrieve a part of yourself, a part of your essence that might be lost, that might be disconnected, that might feel like it's estranged. And this can happen for a number of different reasons. Traumas, overwhelming experiences, illnesses, surgeries. There's a lot of things that we go through during our journey that can make us feel less whole, make us feel less complete. So when I asked my guides what we could do tonight, that would be serving people, that would be supportive to people. This is what they said. And when I thought about it, it made a lot of sense. With what we're going through with the coronavirus pandemic, there's a lot of fear, and there's been a lot of loss, and there's a lot of grief, and there's a lot of uncertainty, and all of those emotions and that state can make us feel really, really ungrounded and really, really unsettled. And so this practice of calling a part of yourself back, of retrieving a part of your essence, it's really, really powerful. And a lot of times somebody else does this for us, but we can always ask. We can always ask our guides, and we can always, make that within ourselves, that intention within ourselves, to bring ourselves back, to bring ourselves fully here and present. And there's so much power that we have, that we possess. And so it's great to bring back our essence and to be more empowered. So on our first journey, that is what we're going to be doing. So if you are new to this practice of journeying and you've never experienced it, that's totally fine. Oh, I see that somebody is trying to start joining us. So I just remembered, I do need to invite other people. I'm going to share this on another page. So it's actually a good idea right now just to prepare yourself. So take a few deep breaths and get really, really present with yourself, and you can close your eyes, and as you inhale, become more and more present, more and more connected to your own vitality, to your own spirit. And as you exhale, just release the day, release any thoughts that are not present for this experience that we're here together for. And I'll be back with you in about a minute after I share this to another page. Hello, I am back. So I just shared this with a couple other pages, so we're just going to start over again. So let's just begin by taking a few deep, slow breaths. I'm Tracy Schulsinger, and we're here tonight to do some spiritual practices together. So we always want to begin by being present and being centered and just checking in with ourselves. We want to check in with ourselves about what's our intention, what are we wanting, what are we needing right now. So while you're there, taking some slow, deep breaths, feeling yourself, being present with yourself. Ask yourself, what do I need right now? And know that sometimes the answer isn't going to be a very clear phrase or word back. Sometimes it's a feeling, sometimes it's like a bizarre thought, or even like a sensation in the body that you don't really understand, but it still is a response. Just listen to that. So ask your, and let's just connect with your body right now. With your body, take a few deep breaths and ask your body, how are you? You can say hello to your body. You can just say, hi, body. I'm here. It might sound silly to talk to yourself like this, but it also often feels really good. It's easy to be so everywhere but here, thinking about so many other places and people and things and not really being present with ourselves. So when we direct words and phrases to ourselves, we're extremely present. And now with your mind, connecting with your mind, just say, hello mind, I am here. And I invite you to slow down. I invite you to be just here, just present here. Now breathing into your heart, you can say, hello heart, I am here. Take several deep breaths, expanding your chest, breathing into your heart space. And now to your spirit, to your soul, deeply breathing, hello spirit, hello soul of mine, on this incredible, magical, crazy journey at times, just breathing into your essence that is eternal, that has been through a lot already, many lifetimes and many more to go. It has a lot of wisdom and a lot of experience. Just recognizing that about yourself. And now let's invite in all of our helpers. So calling you in, loving, kind, healing, benevolent, helpful guides, ancestors and guardians, allies. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Great Spirit, for being with us always, at all times, and even closer when we call you in. So we are here tonight to journey together, to expand our state of consciousness, to tune in, to tap in, to connect with our deep wisdom, our spark, and to shift our vibration, to shift our frequency. We can do that in so many ways, and this practice, this spiritual practice of journeying, is one of those ways. So we have a few journeys to do tonight. And these are offerings. If there is something that you are needing for yourself that's a different offering, a different intention, please do what you need for yourself. And the two offerings that I journeyed on these before, I asked my guides for journeys that would be relevant and useful and helpful for anyone watching and participating. So what we were given is this. The first one is to go to your helping spirits and say thank you. Actually, when you ask for something, it's good to do it in a way where you're already recognizing that you receive it, because you already do have it in a way. If it's a thought, it's already with you. Even if it's not tangible, even if you can't touch it or feel it, it's still there already, because it's already inside of you if you have that thought and you have that idea. So we can even say thank you, even though we might not experience it fully yet. So thank you for retrieving a part of myself, a part of my essence that I have been disconnected from, and restoring it within me. So we are asking our guides just to help us be even more whole than we are now. It's very, very common to be going through life and be feeling incomplete, to be feeling like some part of you was left behind. Something may have happened, and ever since this experience happened, I haven't been the same. That's what a lot of people say when they feel like there's just something missing. Or sometimes people walk around and they feel like they're just part of a shell. They're the body, but part of that internal essence, that spark, it's a little low. And so when that happens, we can actually call ourselves back. And sometimes we need more help than just calling ourselves back, but it's good to start by calling yourself back and seeing what happens. So that's part one of this first journey. And I'll be leading a couple of additional things to say with your guides. So the second part of this journey is to thank the part for returning. And then the third part is to communicate with that essence, that part that returned to you, and ask, what contributed to you being disconnected? And how can I care for you and keep you here with me? So this is a 3-part journey, and you don't need to remember. I will be prompting you. So I just want you to hear it first, and then when we start the journey, I will repeat it for you. And then the second journey is asking about what is a significant way that I contribute to the world. What significance do I contribute to the world? And what can I do? Some sort of action that is simple. Simple is really, really important because we're asking for something, a simple action that I can do every day that expresses my significance, my contribution to the world. And this is, again, this was something my guides offered for me to offer to you all. And after I received these offerings, I love to just think about it. And for this one, I thought, wow, this is really amazing because right now, a lot of people feel pretty helpless and insignificant and powerless. And like, we're just kind of waiting, like what's going to happen? And, what can I do? And this journey asking like, where am I significant? How am I significant? What can I do? I think it's really empowering, and it's reminding us that there's always something that we have that's of really high value for our life and for the lives around us. So it's just helping to restore like our own awareness of our significance and our value. So people don't give up. I know a lot of people are just kind of starting to have some pretty bad habits. I'm a healthcare provider. I'm a nurse practitioner, and I had a visit today with somebody who's like, yeah, I'm just on my COVID. This is just my COVID month where I'm just doing whatever and not taking care of herself. And it was starting to show up that was affecting her health. And she's like, okay, I need to stop. But she's certainly not the only one. I know a lot of people are just starting to take up some bad habits and just kind of letting things go. So it's definitely not the time for that. We don't want that. That actually makes us more vulnerable in many, many ways. So I'm hoping this journey can help to re-inspire people to kind of bring their best selves forward and just stay really engaged with wellness in their life. And then the final journey is more of like a collective communal offering of wellness and healing. And so I will explain that one later. That's more of like a guided meditation, but if you want to journey with it, you certainly can. So we're about to get started with the first journey. So you can get comfortable, get into a position where you're going to just be able to really, really relax, although not sleeping. So if you're tired, you may want to sit up, and you can close your eyes. Take several deep breaths. Breathe into your heart and follow the breath in and out. Deep, slow breathing, deep, slow breaths. And then breathe deeper into your lower abdomen. Feel your belly rise and fall several times. With your inhalation, breathing in light, breathing in wellness, bathing your body, your cells, your mind, your heart, your spirit with this wellness light. And then with your exhalation, releasing what's not serving you at this time. any distractions, any worries, and you don't even need to get into it. Just making the intention that you're going to release what's not serving you and knowing that your intelligence will just take care of it. I'm going to start to drum, so just keep taking those deep breaths and listen to the drum. See yourself in a beautiful place in nature. Your eyes are closed, and you're going to a beautiful place in nature. This may be a completely new place. This may be your typical place where you go before you journey. In this beautiful place in nature, look all around. Look to your right and your left. Look close and far into the distance. Look behind you. Look below you, and look above. Take several deep breaths, receiving the essence of this place. Breathing in the energy of this beautiful place in nature. This power place where you start your journeys from. Notice the sensations of this place. Temperature, wet, dry, wind, sun, rain, any sensations you're aware of that are there, that you feel with your skin. Notice if there's any sounds, birds, animals, leaves, weather sounds, elemental sounds. How about any tastes or smells? Connecting with all of your senses. This grounds you. This gets you more and more present. Now we are here. This is where we begin the journey from. The journey is to ask, to thank your guides for retrieving a part of yourself that may be separate, that may be distant, restoring your wholeness, your essence. That's the first step. So just holding that intention inside of yourself, and I'm going to say it again as well. Now you're going to begin to look for a way, or to be shown a way, to move to the lower world or the upper world. You may go down a hole in the ground or down a magical staircase, or you may just end up in the lower world or up to the upper world. You may fly or go up a tree trunk, have a bird escort you. There's so many options. So begin to travel, begin to move into this other realm of existence, this other plane that we all have access to. So keep going. If you're in a traveling portal, just keep going, going down. Or going up. The lower world and the upper world are where your helping guides are, your allies. It's a safe, beautiful place where you can receive guidance, healing, direction. You can learn a lot there. So continuing to travel until you arrive. And when you arrive, breathe into your intention again. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, guides, for retrieving a part of myself that has been distant, that I've been disconnected with, restoring my full essence and restoring it within me. And I'm going to do the journey now too, so I will be quiet for about 10 minutes. Thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you, loving guides, for restoring my full essence, returning any parts within me that have been disconnected. When a part is returned, thank it for returning. Ask, what contributed to you leaving? Ask, what can I do to keep you here with me and care for you? You're going to hear the call back. When you hear the call back, finish up. Thank your guides. Begin to return. Thank you. Goodbye for now. Retrace your steps back to where you started from. Take several deep breaths, breathing yourself back into the present in your power place where you started from. Look all around in your power place. Connect again visually with all of your senses as well. Feeling, smelling, hearing, tasting. And we'll take a minute or two just to absorb that first journey. And if you like to take notes, you'll have a minute or two. It'll be brief. So write down any high points, then you can come in and fill in the details later. And if you want to share a highlight from your journey, something you received, I'd love to hear it in the comments or read it in the comments. So if you're taking notes, just take the next few seconds just to write down anything else you need to remember for later, and then I'm going to introduce the next journey. So for the second journey, I'll repeat this again before we begin, but this journey is to ask. What is a significant way that I contribute to the world? And you can ask your guides to share with you one simple thing you can do every day to express this significance. And sharing with the world, it can mean in your home, it can mean with your family, it can mean bigger than that. So sharing with the world, hearing that might feel intimidating or daunting to some people, but be open to what that actually means. And when you ask for something simple, that's really, really important. If you want something simple, you want to ask for something simple. If you just say, what's one thing I could do? You could get this grandiose gesture, something really, really big and not at all simple that your guides recommend. And you can always say, no thanks, like that's not going to work for me. And you can always ask for something else that's going to work for you. You always have that choice. So you're going to go back to your beautiful place in nature once again and take some deep breaths deep into your lower abdomen. And into your heart. Close your eyes, and with your eyes closed, open up to the inner vision. Open up to what's there in your power place, looking all around. And yes, you just did this, but it could look different this time. This is a dynamic, live place inside of yourself. Look all around, looking for what you know and what may be new. Breathe in the essence of this place, the energy of this place, the tone. Open your ears, listen. What sounds are there? Open your heart, feel. What does it feel like inside to be there? Notice your skin. What kind of sensations do you feel tactfully? And any smells, any tastes that you've got going on. Connecting with the drum. Breathing into the intention again. What is a significant way that I contribute to the world? What is one simple thing I can do every day to express my significance? When you're ready, start to move down or up, down to the lower world or to the upper world. Connecting with your helping spirits, your guides. What is one thing I can do every day to express my significance, to contribute to the world? How am I significant? How am I contributing to the world? You're going to hear the call back soon. Thank you. Goodbye for now. Returning. Several deep breaths. Breathe yourself fully back here and now. It can help when you're returning from spiritual practice, from a journey, to actually visualize all of your essence being full inside of you. Sometimes when I journey and I go really, really deep, I can feel that I'm not fully back. And I just visualize myself just coming in, like it's like an energy or a light, just completely coming back in. And it makes a huge difference. So just take a few deep breaths and make sure you feel fully back. If you feel any achiness, any pain, or if you feel really out of it, you're probably not fully back. So just invite yourself back. Breathe yourself fully here. When you do these practices where you expand your state of consciousness, you actually do go a little bit. You're obviously here physically, but our consciousness, our spirit can travel all the time. So when people do that all the time and it's excessive, it's disassociating. And so we don't want to do that. We want to be present. We want to be fully here, full of our energy, our power, our vitality. And it's good to be able to turn that on and off, to be able to go out and journey and then be able to fully come back and be fully present and here, grounded on the earth. So we'll take another minute just to take quick notes, and then we will complete with our collective offering for the world. And if you care to comment on your journeys, I'd love to know if you're feeling like sharing. I'd love to know what you were told is something that you can contribute, something that is an expression of your significance. Mine was really kind of sweet and simple. My guides just said smile. And I thought of this woman. I was walking outside the other day, and this woman had a really, really big dog, and the dog was like kind of coming over and trying to get closer to me and my daughter, and she was pulling it really, really hard. It was a really big dog. And I just like smiled and said something like, wow, she's strong, or something, just commenting on what was going on. And she just had this huge smile come out of like over her whole body, not just her face. And before that, she looked kind of stressed. I think she was worried that maybe she was going to freak us out with her big dog, or that we were upset. But as soon as I smiled and just said something light, she was like, she just totally shifted. So the power of a smile, like that can be a huge contribution that you have, a way that you are significant. Yes, Jackie, good. That's true. Spirit being too much out of your body is disconnecting. Absolutely. We are here it's no accident. We are here in a body. We are meant to be here. We are meant to be present. And it's really great when we can journey and we can turn it on and go off and be a little bit out of ourselves. But then we always need to come back, and we really want to be present and really living here, really living grounded the vast majority of the time. All right, so Val, our flutist, our poet, she says, see the bigger picture, share the beauty. Awesome. Yep. If you ever have a hard time seeing the bigger picture and you do have a journeying practice, you can connect with the wind or with the air. That's a really, really great way to just expand your state of consciousness and see the bigger picture. Like a bird, if you're flying in the sky and you're a bird, you see down and you see this big picture below you. At one point when I was journeying early on, just getting more used to what is this whole thing all about, my guides explained that they are like people in the top of a stadium looking down, and we are like the players on the field. And so I can see like what's in front of me, I can see a little bit to my periphery, I can't see behind me, and I can't see that far out ahead of me. And so the guides are there with this bigger picture view, helping us to acknowledge and to know everything that's really going on. Well, not necessarily everything, but much more that's really going on in life from a bigger picture perspective. Okay, so we're ready to do our finale. So this is always dedicated to just the greater good, the greater collective community consciousness. Oh, hello, Andres. It's good to see you. So you can close your eyes and take some deep breaths once again. Feel yourself. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your breath moving in and out. And this last part is more like a guided meditation that my guides are recommending for us to do to support the world. So see yourself standing in a very large circle around the globe, and you're holding the hands of others who are here just like you, with the intention of providing some support, some love, some care to the world. So the earth is in between our embrace. We are holding hands around the earth. There's enough of us here that we're holding hands around the entire earth with the intention of providing support and love and care to the earth. And see or feel or know that inside of yourself is a rainbow. If you're visualize that inside of yourself are all the colors of the rainbow inside of yourself. And if you're more kinesthetic, you can feel that vibration of light of a rainbow. If you're more knowing, you just know it's there because you aren't intending it to be so. So we're all holding hands filled with rainbow light, with the world inside of our embrace. As you breathe in, the rainbow light becomes brighter and brighter, all the colors intensifying, becoming stronger, deeper. And with your exhalation, you're sharing this light with the world. It radiates out, just like the light from a star radiates out, or the light from the sun radiates out. That source of light inside stays just as bright as it radiates out for miles and miles. So that rainbow light inside of you radiates out onto the earth. And light, what does light represent to you? Rainbow is magical to me. Beautiful. It's like a gift, a surprise, a delight. Taking several more deep breaths, inhaling to intensify that light inside, radiating it out onto the earth as you're holding hands with others who are doing the same. Now, you can just turn to your right and nod, and turn to your left and nod, acknowledging that partner on your side that's here with you. And you can put your hands to your chest in prayer and bow toward the earth. And any final words, any prayers, any wishes, any intentions, affirmations you have for our planet and for all of life on our planet, plant life, animal life, human life, all of life. Any prayers, desires, wishes, intentions, affirmations you have from your heart for our world, you can express that now. And when you are complete, you can open your eyes, take a few more deep breaths, and just look around where you are. Get reoriented to your home, if that's where you are. I'm assuming most people are home. Check in with yourself and just make sure you feel really, really present. If you don't, if you feel like you still may be in that journeying space, take some deep breaths and invite yourself fully here, fully back. And just know, just for some reassurance, if you ever do any spiritual work or any journeying and you don't feel like you're fully present, you'll pop back in, especially after you sleep. But by just asking yourself to return and seeing your essence come back in, that's really, really effective. And I'm wondering how people felt from that, if anyone wants to share what that experience was like for you. I felt just this like fresh, tingly feeling inside. Kind of like after I get up from like a really good nap, some sort of recharge time, and I get up and I just feel like, Whoa. My phone just jumped. Okay, here we are. Amazing. I feel back again. Awesome. Yep, that's right. So it's not uncommon to get disconnected. Some people are just feel constantly disconnected, and practices like this, and there's plenty of others, can really, really help to re-anchor you. And that's good because we need you here. Beautiful, radiant, all of us impervious to harm. That was funny. Yeah. Awesome. Great. Thank you, Valerie. I love that. Well, for anyone that's here and this is a new practice for you, this practice is really all about expanding your state of consciousness. So some of the people are sharing that they feel different, and people have had different experiences. Some people are really visual during this process. Some people feel a lot. Dave feels vibrant and energized. Awesome. You're welcome. So this practice of expanding your state of consciousness, it's really accessible and available to all of us and any of us, because we all have a consciousness, we all have a spirit, we all have a soul, we all have a heart. And that's what we're working with. We're working with these deeper, more subtle parts of ourselves. And the more we do these kind of practices, the easier and the deeper we move into these altered states of consciousness. So I hope you enjoyed that. And we'll be back here again next month, unless we gather again in person. I'm not really sure what's going to happen, so I'll just keep you guys tuned. We do meet for spiritual practice and journeying every single month on the first Thursday of the month. So if we don't meet in person next month, then I'll be here again doing this Facebook Live. And Andres, my wife Drew, has never been a part of something like this, and she likes it. She hopes you do this again. Awesome. So wishing you guys and your wonderful son very, very well, and wishing all of you guys very, very well.